So you have this girl that you've been texting for a couple of days and you actually are interested in taking her out on a date. And let's say even she's giving you some signs of interest, right? Some signs of, attraction, that she's attracted to you. You finally muster up the courage and you ask her out on a date and she says yes. You plan out the date and go on the date with her. And the date goes well, but suddenly after the date, her attraction levels are severely low. It's almost like, someone has flipped a switch in her. It's almost like she doesn't give you that type of attention anymore. She leaves you on read and delivered. And if you open up her Instagram story, she hasn't replied to your message yet because she says she's busy, but she's out with another man. Why do you think this happens? Well, I have your answer. The number one thing that men do that kills their game, kills all the attraction that they built up with that woman, is because they overindulge. I'll give you an example and you'll understand exactly what I'm trying to tell. I'll give you two scenarios and you can choose which one you want to end up in. The first scenario is what most men are in, and they wonder why the girls aren't attracted to them after the date. What happens is when you reach your home after the date, right? Let's say it's been like half an hour after the date. Sims can relate to what I'm saying. They take their phone up and they almost send this paragraph to her, to the girl that they went on a date with. And they're like, oh, I love the time we spent together. You're so beautiful. You're this. I love to meet next Thursday. Thursday is like 4 days from that day. And you're almost setting up the next date immediately without even thinking. And you're like almost overindulging. This is what overindulging means. Imagine what she would think after reading that. I spent 1 hour on the date with this guy, but this guy is like almost sending me a text message like half an hour later, just right after we had such a meaningful conversation. And this guy is setting up the next date. This guy's, subconsciously she'll feel you are almost so desperate and simpy for her. And like, girls don't like that at all. That kills your attraction. All the attraction that you build, all the texting efforts you put went right down the drain just because you overindulged. And what happens is the girl is gonna actually think that this guy has nothing better to do with his life. Imagine being that desperate, right? 30 minutes after the date and you're just sending her a text message. But let me tell you the second scenario. The scenario where Chads build their life. The scenario where Chads literally, get to the girl and the girl is so hooked to this guy and the relationship is beautiful later. What happens? Let's say there's a Chad, right? He goes on this date and he loves the time he spends with her. And, let's say after the date, the girl says, I had a really good time with you. And the Chad says, yes, I had a good time with you. And I look forward to seeing you next time. And he just takes a leave. And she goes to her home and this guy goes to his home. Let me tell you the difference is that he doesn't care anymore. He has goals to chase. He has dreams to, make them true. He has to work hard. Let's say he goes home and let's say it's like 2 p.m., right? He reaches his home at 2 p.m. after the date. Let's say it was like an afternoon date. And he reaches his home at 2 p.m. and he's almost instantly grinding. Maybe he's doing some YouTube work. Maybe he's editing his video. Maybe he's out, running in the hot sun. Maybe he's out, doing some push-ups, maybe hitting the weights in the gym. When you're busy, when you make your life busy as a man, right, you're going to get more attraction, trust me. And doing the hard work sucks. And you need to do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like doing the hard work. Chad is so invested in himself, right? He's helping his parents out. Maybe he's moving some stuff in the house. Maybe he's helping his mom out. Maybe he's, actually going out and meeting his friends, maybe some friends, want to catch up or something. So he's just outside his house talking. He's not on his Instagram scrolling and doing degeneracy. He's out, maybe he's in the gym. He hasn't touched his phone at all. It's been nighttime and he's worked out and, he's just taken a shower right now. And now he opens up his message and he opens the phone and he sees 6 messages from this girl that he went on a date with. She texted him once at 4 p.m., once at 6 p.m., once at 8 p.m. And the girl is like, hey, I had a good time. The girl is sending the Chad the message this time. The girl is, actually invested in texting now. The girl is like, I had a great time. And you're giving that space for her to think about you. And while you are focused on achieving your goal, on setting up your businesses, on earning money, the real good stuff, the Chad doesn't make his life's purpose to get that girl. He makes his life's purpose worthy by chasing good goals. And the girl just is, attracted to him after this. The girl is almost, asking him, she's like texting him 4 times. She's like, hey, are you busy? Oh, you might be busy. What are you up to? And girls love doing that. They send emojis and stuff. They're like, hey, are you ignoring me? And they want attention, right? Imagine that scenario. And let's say Chad is like, oh, I was busy. I was at the gym. What's up? And she video calls him or just, let's say she calls him. Imagine the difference in the two scenarios. The first scenario was where, there was no hope left. There was almost like she ghosted you. She just put you out of her life. And the second one is like, you are just focused on yourself and she's doing the chasing for you. That's the best relationship scenario that you can be put in. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. I'll see you on the next one.